Hey, I'm Bubba.
And I'm John.
We use our questionable and sometimes traumatic childhood experiences to hopefully become better parents.
We might not succeed,
But listen,
they're fine.
memory of J6
Oh, your fondest memory? There's
was
many.
that my dad, rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
I was out for the morning, I remember, and I didn't have my phone. And then I came home and I looked and I had all these messages. And our mutual friend Jacob Sanders, who has done this artwork and telephone stories among many other, some not produced projects, he texted me and said, "You're not going to believe what's going on at the Capitol. Turn on the TV." And I was like, "Turn on the TV? What is this, 1969? And I turned on the television and I was like, oh my God. And I turned it on live CNN right as the guys were scaling the wall.
Yeah.
And you know what my first thought was? Is my dad there?
I definitely could have seen your dad being
Because
at the
my dad
riots.
would have totally done that.
Yeah.
And, well, I shouldn't say he would have totally done it. I wouldn't have put it past him. But all those guys there look just like my dad. So I truly was like, is that my dad and Uncle Rick? Because they've gone to D.C. a few times.
There were a lot of fanny packs and hats.
Yeah.
A lot of MAGA hats and fanny packs.
A lot of, not just MAGA, but like my dad also loved like constitutional gear, like anything that said 1776, anything that said CIA or FBI. And it wasn't like certified, body inspector or whatever.
Yeah.
It was like he straight up had stuff to the point that him and his best friend, Al Farkas, once got in trouble at a casino because Al, who rides in a hover-round, brought a gun that fell out of his ankle while he was at the poker table. So all the pit bosses, of course, freaked out. They were like, gun, gun, gun. They drew guns on them. And my dad was like, no. And he had a CIA hat on. And they were like, and he had all these dog tags and stuff. And they're like, are you with the CIA? And he's like, no, I'm just a fan. And it was a big hubbub. And they almost went to jail. But Al pulled out his wallet and he had like, he's like a pastor, and they gave him like a special law enforcement badge for doing that or whatever. But they were basically like, all right, this one time we'll let you off the hook. And like half the casino was screaming at them like, arrest this guy. And the other ones were like, he's a hero. I feel safer with him here with his gun. This guy on a hover round. Anyways.
Your dad's doing cosplay as a CIA officer.
It was like, I mean, rest in peace. He died in a horrible accident. I think his favorite way would have been like to be a good guy with a gun, because he always had that fantasy.
Sure.
Of like, there was some guy who killed somebody in our hometown, who the alleged criminal was waving a gun around in this restaurant and threatening people. And a man who was being allegedly held hostage or threatened with his family at this diner stepped outside, got his gun, came in and shot the guy point blank in the head.
Sure.
And there was this famous case in our hometown. I think the prosecutor with Tony Tagg, and the guy got off, and my dad was like, that guy's a hero. He was like obsessed with this case.
Yeah, it's a hero
There's also
fantasy.
a racial element, because it was like a black guy and it was in the bad neighborhood, and this is all kind of in the like crack era and like coded racism and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, I don't think anybody should be waving a gun. I don't know the
That
case.
was just icing on the cake.
It was
for your
just
dad.
icing on it that
Yeah.
I was like, God, my dad just wants, his dream would have been to like be at the middle of a school shooting and like die the hero, kill the guy or whatever. But what a way to open the show, John.
Yeah, boy.
J6. So do you think they should have been pardoned? Go. Who was your favorite of the offenders?
The guy with the cool hat, right? With the horns.
Oh yeah, that guy. He's since renounced.
He's everybody's favorite, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the hat.
Jacob, I forget his name.
You know his name.
Jacob Elordi.
You
No,
are
that's
your
the
father's
actor.
son.
Let's call him. No, when my dad died, though, I did do a FOIA request of Freedom of Information Act to see if the FBI did have anything out on him, because I wouldn't have been surprised, Jen. I wouldn't have been surprised if he had some homegrown Timothy McVeigh going on.
Your dad did. Your dad was still with us when the January 6th riots happened.
He
right?
did, yeah. He died in 23.
Did he renounce them?
He actually, to his credit or detriment, He stopped being a Trump enthusiast following J6.
That's interesting.
He thought it went too far.
A
little bit. So
Well,
I
but-
always wondered.
I mean, did he fully renounce it, or was he just going, maybe this is a bit much?
He thought that Trump should be arrested.
Oh, wow.
He was
okay.
like, I'm all done with Trump. I'm washing my hands. He's a disease to the Republican Party. All this. My dad's like a big constitutional conservative. So
I don't think we can go any further. I think we need to take a break.
going on with all the stuff that's going on.
Yeah, you don't want to timestamp it by saying
I don't wanna
exactly what's
timestamp
going
it
on in
too
the news.
much.
All right. So, as we mentioned, or maybe we didn't, I'm not sure. This is our first recording back after the holidays.
Yeah.
So, not to timestamp things too much, but we'll let you into the movie magic here, audience.
Yeah.
This is not live. We are recording this prior to when you are hearing
Wait,
it.
am I dead?
We are not streaming this live as you're listening to it while you're
Yet.
jogging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've become successful. We're going to do an 8-hour political stream.
So this is our first recording back after the holidays. And I should mention we did get together for both of the holidays, our families.
Did we?
Yeah, for Christmas and for New Year's, we got together.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Those were fun.
They were. You came over to our house for Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we had some family and friends. It was kind of a mix of family and friends. So some of my wife's family,
Yeah.
and then basically my friends. And so it was a nice combo to have everybody there together.
New Year's was a total blast.
Posterity.
I would like to memorialize this,
Yes,
which is
absolutely.
last year we did a show. And so he's an old comedy buddy. He moved to New York.
Mhm.
We stayed in touch. He's now a public school teacher who was even offered a chance at The Daily Show, as I understand it, and turned it down because he didn't want to have to worry about his students in Harlem.
His heart belonged to the kids.
Heart of gold. And he and his wife came over last year because they visit her family up in Paso. Then they fly out of LAX, so they had an extra night, and they did New Year's with us last year. They did it this year. They have 2 kids. One's 5 and one's 9. And last year the kids were playing, and the older one, his name's Oscar, he kicked the ball high in the air or whatever. And I think my daughter Maggie kind of had a crush on him. And so when I picked them up from school, I was like, hey, we're having a New Year's party. They were there, and she walks in, and Adam's kids, they're both like Billy Crystal. It's like 2 Billy Crystals, or they're like the Marx Brothers. They just have that like vaudeville timing. But this kid, totally seriously, she walks in. She was all flustered because she wanted to get her like nice New Year's outfit on. And Oscar goes, and also she goes, is that the kid who kicked the ball high who's coming over? I was like, yeah. And she goes, oh, wow. She walks in. He goes, hey, Maggie, I'm here. It's New Year's Eve. You're 7 and I'm 9. And I'm here. And he just walks away. And all the moms were like, oh, my God, this kid's got game.
He's either hitting on her,
Yeah.
or he just likes to state facts.
I mean, this kid was so over the top, like Max Fisher. Like, he came up to me and was like, excuse me, a little birdie told me that there's some apple juice somewhere. And I was like, okay, sure, right this way, sir.
Oh, yeah. I saw that kid come in a couple times,
And-
and he came in and just said, I heard there's cake in here.
Yeah.
Or I heard there's cookies.
He would shake my hand. He also, the kids were playing back here. We set up a gymnastics set for Maggie. And Henry was being a psychopath because he hasn't napped. And he was like choking the little one. The kids were like all fighting at different points. And I came in and I was like, Henry, that's it. You're going in his room. And the Oscar kid goes, I don't know what to do with him. He's like in a wild animal. And I said, what did he do? He goes, I'm not sure, but he assaulted him and he did it on purpose.
Yeah. Yeah, my son, he came in he came into your house and we were all just hanging out, and he said, there's a kid back there. He grabbed somebody else's juice, he squeezed it and made it explode, and then he threw it.
Oh, yeah. That was my lesbian friend's kid who looks like Burt Reynolds. He comes in, rips his shirt off immediately, starts doing gymnastics. He was running around all sweaty with like long jeans on, shirtless on New Year's.
Yeah.
And he's gasping for air. He's just coming in to like get water.
Yeah, it wasn't warm, and that kid was just pants, no shirt, no shoes, just rocking it.
He's like a farm boy.
Yeah.
He cannot be governed. He cannot be tamed. I love him to death. but he's just like he's like he reminds me of the guy in Animal House who like crushes the beer on his head,
Sure.
like Bluto.
Yeah.
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 How was your Christmas Eve, John? I recall that hosting.
Yeah, it was interesting. This is the second year in a row we've hosted Christmas Eve, and last year it was primarily just family. This year we wanted to invite some of our friends as well because a lot of our friends were in town this year. It just kind of works out that way sometimes, right? So Catherine and I wanted to invite some of our friends, and so it was a mix of family and friends on Christmas Eve. It was a lot. Just having that many people in your house, and also we weren't doing the cooking. Catherine's family likes to do the cooking for Christmas Eve. Her mom specifically, and like her aunt.
Yeah, big mistake.
They like to do the cooking on Christmas Eve. So normally when we would host a party, Catherine and I would get together and we'd say, okay, what are we cooking? Are we ordering something
and
in?
You'd be like, they have a giant pot pie at Costco.
Yeah, bring it. Sure. Yeah. Whatever you got, No, but I mean, if we're doing Thanksgiving or something, it's okay. These are the things we're doing. But on Christmas Eve, they have this tradition of doing tamales.
Are they Mexican?
I think they're like 1/8 Hispanic. Yeah. It's like,
so it's not full cultural appropriation.
A grandmother was Hispanic or something. I think maybe Catherine's great grandmother was Hispanic.
And the recipe was like passed down?
The tamale recipe? I don't think tamale recipes are a secret.
Well, everybody, if it's like a tradition,
sure,
they're going to be like, this was Annie Bev's fruit salad. You know what I mean?
think it's kind of like that. Yeah, where they do it every year, these tamales on Christmas Eve. And we had friends bring dishes as well. So different friends brought.
I brought a salad.
Yeah, you brought a salad. I mean, it wasn't that big of a group here. I mean, this wasn't a huge group of people.
Well, how many people are we talking?
20 maybe?
20 adults, 10 kids.
Less kids than that. Not that many kids. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember it,
And
John.
you brought a salad.
I brought a salad.
You brought a salad. You were in the kitchen.
I was in the kitchen.
You were rubbing elbows with the family.
I was rubbing elbows. I kind of came in and I was like, what's going on in this kitchen?
Mm-hmm.
Because you, as we know, you're pretty fastidious. You're like 4:00 arrival. We are eating at 5.
Yeah, exactly.
6:28, I put the kids down.
We've got a schedule, Brandon.
8:04, I shower. 8:15, I approach my wife, biblically, So I was like, we got to get there on time, and we were running late. But I was like, rush. We got to go. We got there at, I think, 4:35.
Mm-hmm.
And I ran in because I was like, ooh, I'm going to hear it from John. He's going to be so mad. He's going to be like, well, we said, 4:00 arrival, 5 to eat. And I come in that kitchen and oh boy, it seemed like somebody just turned the lights on.
Oh, okay.
Because Catherine's mom was running around like a chicken with her head cut off in that little space.
It seemed behind schedule to you.
Very behind schedule.
Okay.
She was kind of flop sweating, and she was like, these other tamales are frozen. And I was like, oh, okay, how many do you have? And she was like, only 30, but the other 30, this or that. And I was like, cool, like it's like $4.50. I should dress the salad. And she's like, there's no way we're going to be ready in time at 5. I'm thinking 6:30. And I was like, oh, fuck, 6:30, that's not good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I kind of look over it and I'm like, what do you got for sides? And she's like, no sides. And I was like, oh no.
She's like, you brought the sides, right?
I was like, well, Jenna was like, don't bring bread. And my friend Jesse from Hey Brother Baker here in Long Beach, which just opened its storefront, and it's some of the most incredible bread in the world. I bought like 4 or 5 loaves of that. I was like, I'll bring a loaf over. She's like, they don't need a loaf of bread. I was like, I'll just bring some bread. Good thing I brought the bread.
Glad you brought that bread.
The only thing else I saw was there was an already microwaved like 4x8 glass pan of macaroni and cheese from the store.
That was for the kids.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, is this it? And she was like, I think that's it. And this other lady came in who I think was like her sister or something.
I think it's an aunt.
She's an aunt. She was very nice. She had some disabilities that kind of made it hard for her to like move around, but she was kind of taking turns microwaving different things, but the tamales weren't ready yet. And so I kind of like felt bad, but it seemed like a harried situation. And your wife kind of kept coming in and she was like, where are we at with the food? And her mom was like, it's, I don't know. And then I looked out and people were kind of checking their watches and it seemed like things were getting tense. So then I was like, I'm going to pretend we're in an episode of The Bear.
Yeah.
and I started to manage the kitchen from your mother-in-law, who I don't know that well.
You don't.
Or this other lady, but I
Not
started.
at all.
I don't know her from Adam's cat, but I started bossing these. I was like, "You do," and she was like, "Should I do the beans?" And I was like, "Yes, it's tamales. You should." She's like, "I think we have enough." And then I look over, and her assistant is like, I was thinking beans, like somebody brought beans, or maybe they're in a can. She had a bag of like pureed beans from Vaughn's or something, and so she nukes one of them, and I go, do both of them. There's 20 people out there, and she's like, well, I don't want to waste any beans. I was like, lady, there's nothing here to go with these tamales.
Yeah. There's beans are probably the cheapest thing you
And
could
then
get.
she was like, should we do rice? And I was like, yeah, you should do rice. And then again, the other lady's like, I'm just doing these 2 bags, and she had kind of the 90-second rices. I was like, once again, lady, do you need me to take over the microwave? This is your station.
Yeah.
Your microwave. And she was like, what about you? I was like, we got to there was no guac or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was kind of pulling them out. And the thing with tamales is there's a lot of them, and they require like big pots.
Yes.
So she had like big pots everywhere, lids everywhere, corn husk everywhere. And she started, when it comes time to plate up, because at this point I'm like, I wanted to tell her like, tamales is not a good idea. I get that you're feeding an army here, but it's a simple food that is pretty tasteless. I work with the Latino community. I've had the greatest tamales on earth. They're still just okay. It's like how people are like, Thanksgiving, like, have you tried deep frying the turkey? Have you tried brining? It's like, it'll never be as good as chicken.
You have strong opinions on holiday food. And you've expressed your opinions already about turkey on previous episodes. So now's your chance to take down the tamale community.
I'm taking down the tamale whites, which is the only thing that makes tamales work is all the accoutrement. And there was nothing to be
sour
found there.
cream, the cheese,
there wasn't
hot
any
sauces.
of that. I think she had some cheese in a bag. But there was, I think one thing arose. There was kind of nothing. It was like nothing. But I was like, we got to go. Like the kids were getting restless. Luckily, you had some pizza from Costco.
We had pizza, yeah.
Which I was like, we got to get the pizza going, get the pizza out. Yeah. I took over the pizza thing. I was like, we got to wrap this up. She's meanwhile like pulling the tamales out, and half of them are kind of dying. She's like, that one's no good. That one fell apart. And I'm like, just fucking put it over there. You could have a separate one. And then you put in the next, it's a chain. And the other lady's like, where? And I'm just like, you got to go. You got to go out there. And I was like, we're plating up. I was like, how are we going to, I'm going to tell them, what are we doing? She's like, well, I was like, are we doing a buffet? Because you kind of have a pass window between your kitchen there. She's like, no, I think everybody should go around like almost around your whole house and make a line and they get
it was
to her,
a conga line into the kitchen.
It was a conga line that made 0 sense whatsoever, but I was like, I'm not gonna fight her on this.
Sure.
But I was like, I love her, but there comes a time with a family that there has to be an intervention. And I think we gotta say like the tamales gotta go. I know that I heard them kind of commiserating of like, this is gonna be the last. After we die, no one will bring the tamale disaster to the next generation. And I was
who's
like,
going to carry on the
who's
tamale?
going to carry it on? I'm like, good question. Nobody. And they shouldn't. If she had a killer fried chicken thing, and I'd be like, well, sure, we got to train the youth now. But that, I'm like, nobody needs to know about this. It's got to go.
So this was the highlight of my evening.
Was what?
Was watching you in the kitchen with Catherine's family, because I've seen you in a kitchen many times. You and I have worked together in a kitchen.
That's right. That's how we met.
That's how we met. We worked together at a coffee shop. And so I know how you are in a kitchen. And so
a real motherfucker.
So seeing you in there with her mom and her aunt, and these are older women. Yeah. And it was hilarious because I could just see your boiling pressure rising the whole time, and you're making this. This salad looks like something from a restaurant for sure. It looks like a giant salad, all these things on it. I mean, it looks like you must have worked on it for 3 fucking days.
It was my day. I did work on it multiple days. I pickled vegetables on days.
You're massaging kale.
It was a lot. It was like a winter kale salad with roasted squash and 3 different cheeses and a maple vinaigrette and, toasted and candied nuts. I mean, it was a gift. It was a gift.
Yeah, it was fantastic. But seeing this salad, And then seeing this whole tamale situation over to the side of it, and just looking at you judging these women and their tamales, it was so funny. It was the best part of my night.
It was like, listen, God bless, but it was like you were catching the boiling point, because each time I got something on track, and I have ADHD. I suffer from it. I got to mitigate it. I was with two people who they have to have ADHD. If they don't, John, I don't know what. But each time I would be like, this is your task.
Yeah.
This is our time. I would check. I'd be like 5 minutes out.
Yeah.
I wasn't like, hands, I wasn't like, look, you stupid bitch, you're never going to work the line again. I was very like, but anytime I'd be like,
No, that's why it was
cool,
funny, because you were trying to keep it cool.
They would then present a more unbelievable edition of like the beans, of like,
Sure.
should I do the beans? And it was like, yes. And then the bean reveal, and she's trying to squeeze it out. I think your wife came at some point, and she's squeezing out this viscous, hot bag into like a little plastic container that's not enough for like a dog.
Yeah.
And she's like, this will be enough for the mass of hangry people on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And then like, I'm like, we got to get the tamales out. And then each one falls apart like an old stuffed animal that like fell out of a dumpster. And I'm just like this. And she's like, wait till you try these. You just wait. And I was like, I don't even think I want to try them, because I don't want to break your heart. And I did try them, and they were just okay.
Yeah, this was the funniest part. So watching all this, and I'm, entertaining the guests and dealing with the kids, but every once in a while I kind of peek in and I just see you in the kitchen, and I'm like, this is, there needs to be a reality show in this kitchen. Like,
it was also
Brandon and these women need to start a reality show.
Your wife coming in, because like I'm a fan of like dysfunctional daughters and mothers, and even the most functional ones, like my wife and her mom. You see, like daughters will say things to their moms that you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Where Jenna will be like, it's none of your business, Mom. What? And you're like, whoa. But then like, I know, we're best friends. But like, I was waiting with bated breath to see your wife come in and like snap at her mom to be like, Mom, everyone is. But she very much was just like, okay. And like left, and I was like dying for like somebody to throw a life raft.
Nope.
But you just kind of came in and were like, how's it going? And I was like, I'm running a restaurant right now. And it's
that I didn't
falling
know
apart.
I didn't know I was going to need to run a restaurant tonight. I thought I was just bringing a salad to your Christmas Eve party.
I came out to get a drink, and Jenna's like, why don't you sit and visit? And I'm like, I can't right now. Have you seen it in there? It's falling apart.
Yeah. You're like, I'm in a war zone right now.
We're all going to die.
And then, so I'm watching this as it progresses, and it was really funny. Not to you. But then at some point, I hear you just come outside, and you're like, we got to get everybody eating now. It's getting late. It's time. So you just come out, and you're like, hey, everyone, we're eating. Come in through that door, circle around, and then we're going to go in through here, and you're going to get your food.
I think I did start to lose my temper, though, because somebody was like, they want us to circle around. I was kind of like, talk to her.
Yeah.
It makes no sense to me, but this is what we're doing on my Christmas Eve.
Yeah. You're like, we're circling around.
I would have just as well had you come in and be like, dude, get the fuck out of the kitchen and leave these women alone,
I wanted to let you live your life, Brandon. And I said, you know what? If this is what he wants to do, if this is how he wants to spend his Christmas Eve, I'm going to let him.
If it was revealed after that it was a hidden camera show, I would have been like, that was really clever writing
sense.
for you guys to put me in like the worst situation
for you
with the most seemingly incompetent people who were like managing the food preparation on a giant Christmas Eve party.
I'm gonna take umbrage with that. I don't think they're incompetent.
Okay, not incompetent.
I think you guys have very different styles. You are a professional that has worked in kitchens for the majority of your adult life.
As a server, I'm just a home cook. I'm not a chef.
No, but you've been around kitchens.
Been around kitchens.
Yeah, and so yes, you are a server, but you've always been around kitchens for many years now.
Yeah.
And you cook quite frequently at home.
Yeah.
You're used to entertaining large groups of people, right? So this is kind of your thing. That's not what these women do. This isn't their job. Once a year on Christmas Eve, they get together and make tamales.
Yeah.
Right? And so you come in and you're like, these goddamn amateurs, get out of my way.
It was just like
we got people to feed.
People needed to eat. And I take that back. I shouldn't have said incompetent. They were on their own speed.
They were.
Okay.
They
I'm
were.
trying to think a comp for you. Like, what would be a situation like that for you? Where I put you in something where it's like, hey, John, manage, I don't know what. You know?
Sure. It'd be hard for me to know. I think there's a few different analogous situations that I can think of. One would be, kind of home repair type stuff. And that has happened to me where someone's like, hey, can you help me with a project?
Oh,
and I go, oh yeah, sure. And then I show up and their dad is there and an uncle.
Ooh.
And they bust out the Target Ryobi tools or something.
Okay.
And you go, oh no.
Oh, yeah.
These guys don't know what they're doing, right?
What about
so you
in
kind of have
music?
to you have to take charge in that situation.
What about in music if it was like, hey, this band's getting ready to play.
Sure.
All their instruments are broken.
Yeah. I mean,
and they have not rehearsed.
I haven't.
And there's no music written, but they're about to go on in 30 minutes.
Sure. I haven't played with that
and
many.
they forgot that they need strings on their violins.
I could see that happening if you played with a lot of different bands. I haven't played with a ton of. I didn't like bounce around from band to band. I wasn't really a mercenary that way, but that would drive me insane.
Yeah.
If I was going to play with a band and show up and their guitars aren't tuned, the amps aren't set up, I would be like, let's fucking go. Be a professional. Get your shit together.
Yeah.
Like, this all should have been done yesterday. What are you doing? Right?
And one of them's like, do we need beans?
Sure.
No,
we're a band. What are you doing? No, I mean, it was really funny. The food was all great. The tamales, they're the same every year. So for me, I'm like, yeah, these are the tamales. These are the tamales.
Don't you feel like there's something more out there, though, besides tamales?
Sure, of course there is. Tamales are not my favorite Mexican food.
Yeah.
I prefer, tacos, burritos. But I get tamales once a year on Christmas Eve.
That's it.
They enjoy doing it. So I say, hey,
do they
live
though?
and let live.
Okay. Look, I'm not going to be there this coming year.
I know. You're like, I'm not coming back.
If you tell me there's tamales, I'm out.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Well, I think we should have a pre-Christmas Eve meeting with you and Linda.
Yeah.
And Catherine's aunt. And
what's her aunt's name?
Lori.
Lori? Yeah, Lori. Not Lauren. She was definitely a Lori.
She's Lori, yeah.
Yeah. She's the one who kind of took that sex gift for the white elephant.
We're getting really off track here. You got to explain that.
Okay, well, we did a white elephant gift exchange after.
We did.
And there was one gift that was some of this little erotic kind of grab bag, and she stole it.
She stole it from
She was at the end, and she stole it from me, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah, came out of left field with that one, huh?
Lori. I said, wrap it up, Lori. She goes, huh? I got nothing.
Nothing. You didn't see that one coming.
The rice.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, I don't know if she, I don't want to offend these ladies.
Yes, you do.
I wish them well. I wish the tamales well. And for all the people who have to have tamales as a centerpiece of a Christmas Eve dinner, if they're white, I'm sorry.
Sure.
But next year, regardless of what's cooked, again, I won't come if there's tamales. I will not go in your kitchen. I will police myself and just sit out on the patio and chit chat.
I'll have to talk it over with the ladies.
I'm not even gonna make a salad.
I think they might expect you now.
Because here's the thing: if I bring a salad, I'm gonna be. I bet you if you ask them, they're like, he didn't seem like a dickhead. Then they'll listen to this.
Yeah, I think they left there, thinking you were all right guy.
Let's hope so.
Little did they know
that I'm a backstabbing motor mouth.
You're just saving it all for content for the podcast.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, they're probably going to hear this.
I'm just grateful she wasn't like, eat it in front of me.
Sure.
What do you think?
I want to look into your eyes as you eat it.
I was just like, it's a tamale.
It is a tamale.
Yeah. I've never once had a tamale and gone, holy shit.
Been blown away.
Even mildly.
Yeah.
I've had pupusas like that.
Sure.
For show. But never a tamale, because it's just cornmeal. It's like, what are you going to put in it?
Yeah, the masa.
It's still wrapped in cornmeal and everything's shredded up. There's no way to make them outstanding unless if perhaps you have some crazy good sauce or crema, but you're already dealing with this mushy texture. The whole center is mushy. It doesn't have any crunchy on the outside because you peel the husk off that's steamed. It's just a mush on a mush.
Is there anything else that you would like to get off your chest about the Hispanic community or Catherine's family?
Stop cosplaying as Hispanics. You're not. 1/8 isn't enough to make some bomb ass tamales.
What is the percentage that you need to be in order to make tamales?
Ask Stephen Miller at the White House. I don't know. There was nothing authentic about it. I wasn't like, oh, she wasn't like my great-great-grandma. She brought this in under Zapista or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like, these are the tamales.
Those are the tamales.
Yeah.
All right. Next year, you're coming back.
I'll come back if there's some fried chicken. In fact, I took such umbrage. I think I told you I will make fried chicken for everybody, but I'm stepping back on
I
that.
have made fried chicken for you before. I don't
You
cook
make good
very
fried
often,
chicken.
but I do make good fried chicken.
Who doesn't like fried chicken? You know what I mean?
Maybe I'll make fried chicken next year. Maybe I'll tell them, ladies, take the year off. Enjoy your Christmas Eve. I'll make fried chicken this year.
If you make fried chicken, I will assist you.
All right, let's do it.
But we're going to need a big old fryer, and it's going to have to be outside probably.
Let's do it. We have a
Okay.
plan.
Shake on it. Yeah.
We're back.
I was told recently that you had made a trip up to the dead city of Los Angeles.
So we live on the cusp of Los Angeles. We're in Long Beach.
The
right?
last bastion of freedom for Orange County.
Yeah, exactly. Long Beach is interesting where it's technically part of LA County, but it's right next to Orange County. So it feels like this hodgepodge of LA and Orange County kind of mixed together.
It's kind of like your chances of getting hacked to death with a machete by a street person unhoused kind of thins out as you get closer to Orange County.
Sure.
And it's like, it happens here, but less so.
Sure. And then once you get into Orange County, you have to start voting Republican.
Yeah, well, in Orange County, I think they just shoot dead all the homeless.
Yeah.
They just shoot them dead.
They give you a MAGA hat as soon as you become a citizen.
Or I bet you they kind of ship them out. I remember there's a fancy town next to my town called Grand Haven, and allegedly growing up there was only one homeless person in that town, and they gave him a bus ticket to Florida, and he left.
Yeah, what were we talking about?
I was talking about the failed state of Los Angeles.
Oh my God. Yeah, I was going to tell you a nice...
You brought your son.
No, I was going to tell you a nice, very gentle story about what we did
You brought your son
post-holidays.
into the
No,
belly of the beast.
I love Los Angeles.
You do?
I'm from here.
John.
I was born in Glendale, Brandon.
Okay.
Yeah. You're from another state. You're one of these motherfuckers that come here from another state and then piss all over it here and they go, this fucking place sucks, blah, blah, blah. Guess what, motherfucker? No one asked you to move here.
Look at the traffic.
Yeah.
Jenna's dad goes, I think he was talking about moving back to Wisconsin. I go, why? I picked him up at the airport the other day. I go, what'd you do in Wisconsin? He goes, just sat. I go, did you do anything? He goes, nope, just sat.
Yeah.
I go, you sat there for 2 weeks? Yeah. I go, you don't want to be back? He's like, I like it there. I go, why? He's like, there's hardly any cars on the road.
Yeah.
I go, you don't even hardly drive anywhere. He goes, yeah, but the noise. I go, you don't even hear. You don't wear your hearing aids. He goes, what? Anyways.
All these people from other states move out to California and then bitch about everything they can think of.
Why is there traffic
So
out
much traffic.
here?
So no, it's not your father-in-law.
It's not the
it's you.
I don't care about the
It's
traffic.
you. You're like, all these homeless, the failed state of LA. And it's like, hey, guess what, buddy? Your family's back in Michigan. You could go back there if you like.
I don't want to go there. It's too cold.
Well, yeah, exactly. You want to be here.
I want to be here where it's warm and dirty.
And bitch about it.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, so we did. Let's bitch about it.
What you say is true. Go on.
Yeah. No, we were trying to figure out what to do the day after Christmas. So this was a little while ago now.
You were like, we got to clean up all this tamale husks.
No, God, no. So we're like, let's get out of this house. It's a graveyard of tamales. So Catherine said, hey, let's go up to LA. And so we kind of made a day of it. Went up there, we went to Grand Central Market, which was really fun. I hadn't been before.
That's in Grand Central Station, right?
Yeah, it's right there. Yeah, and I mean, it's not actually
Union Station.
Yeah, exactly. It's in downtown. It's in full, downtown Los Angeles, right?
Yeah.
Right in the thick of it.
I should say, beautiful architecture.
Yeah, it's great.
R.I.P. Frank Gehry.
So if you haven't been to Grand Central Market, highly recommend. I mean, it is hundreds of these little pop-up restaurants. They're all kind of in one area. Really good local food. Whatever you can think of, they've got it, right? So there's
this is gonna be like
tamales. Yeah, I'm sure there's a tamale place.
Yeah.
I did get really good Mexican food, actually. It was quite delicious.
It's never enough for you.
So we went there, and then we went to the Last Bookstore. It's the name of a bookstore.
Oh my God, I
in-
want to go to that bookstore.
So we walked over there from Grand Central Market, and we went over.
You can walk from there.
Yeah. It's 2 blocks away.
I could take the train up there then.
We drove, but I'm sure you could. Yeah.
Well, Henry wants to take the train.
Yeah, a kid wants to take the train everywhere.
I know, but I go, honey, you're going to get stabbed on this train.
Yeah. We're in California. We don't have bullet trains here, buddy.
Yeah, sorry.
No, so we walked over to the Last Bookstore, and then when we were walking over right out front, there were a couple homeless people out front, and
Unhoused persons. Go ahead.
Unhoused woman and man, and there was a big
Don't gender them if you don't know.
planter outside, and the woman was eating the dirt from the planter.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So our 6-year-old saw it and was just kind of
Flabbergasted.
yeah, he didn't know what to do. And I had looked over at him and saw his eyes. They were as big as could be. And I
would have said, go help her.
Yeah. So we walked inside, and then immediately questions,
Yeah.
He said, did you see that woman? I said, yeah, I saw her. He said, why was she eating the dirt? And I said, I don't know why she was eating the dirt.
You should have said, go ask her.
So, no, you didn't want to ask her.
Was she feral? I mean,
it's not
obviously she was eating dirt.
It's not
But
a term we use for people, Brandon.
Well, some of the folks, I think the correct term is hobos. No,
It's not the correct term.
actual hobos take umbrage with it.
Yeah.
You got to ride the rails to be a hobo. But you know how sometimes you see a person who's unhoused and they look kind of fresh? Like this is new to them. Like they just got kicked out of their last couch surf for stealing for drugs or whatever. Or abusing somebody or whatever, or being like, I don't like the rules. But then some of them you see and they're like, I made this blanket out of newspapers and my butt hangs out.
There is diversity amongst all communities, I would say.
But the dirt-eating lady, what are we dealing with?
It seemed like
here?
there was some mental illness happening here for sure. And so...
But like eat your face off, mental illness, or just kind of like, somebody's telling me about the aliens.
No, she didn't seem dangerous. It was just... This isn't something our son has seen before.
You haven't seen her when you haven't seen her when she's ran out of dirt, though.
Yeah, I mean, luckily there was a lot. So he said he asked, what can you eat dirt? I said, well, I guess you can.
I would have been such a dick. I would have been like, obviously, yes.
Yeah, I guess you can. And he said,
you can eat anything.
But then I said, but you shouldn't eat dirt. It's not good for you. It doesn't have nutritional value. And he said, well, what if you get worms in it then? And I said, well, that's different, I suppose, if you find some worms in there. He said, maybe that's what she was doing. She was trying to find worms in the dirt.
Maybe this was the same exact conversation she had with her homeless buddy.
Sure.
She was like, I'm going to eat the dirt. And he's like, you can't. There's no nutritional value.
Yeah.
And she's like, if there's worms in it.
If there's worms.
Your son's pre-cocked.
Yeah, so he figured it out. So it was just kind of a tough conversation where I'm like, yeah, I don't know how to explain this really to you that people eat dirt. I didn't know people ate dirt either.
Yeah.
But anyway, so after that.
Was she just eating with her mouth, or she had like a spoon? She have a little bib she put on?
No, just her hand.
She was just
grabbing dirt, eating it with her hand. Yeah.
You didn't think to be like, hey, go give her a nickel. Maybe I should give her some of this burrito.
I will. I mean, I didn't have a burrito with me at that point. I'd eaten all my burrito. I will say, I do like going to downtown LA and doing some of these things. But it is a bit rough. And there's security. You walk in, you can't take a bag inside. I mean, this is not for the faint of heart. Right?
You can't take a bag inside where?
Inside the Last Bookstore. When you walk in, there's security when you walk in. You have to check your bag.
Yeah, probably people are fucking jacking off in the books and taking shits in them, and you can't use a bathroom down there because of the dirt-eating lady.
I mean, yes, and
well, let's talk to Karen Bass directly for the last leg of this.
So my point is I'm not going to try. I mean, there's homeless everywhere. Right.
Yeah.
There's hundreds and hundreds. We passed hundreds of homeless people while we're walking around. Right.
Yeah.
So you're not going to stop at each one. And so when you stop by the woman eating dirt, you're going to kind of keep it moving, buddy.
It's kind of like Dante's Inferno when you go down there, because you're just like, and this is, this guy stuck a wine bottle up his ass. This lady's eating dirt.
Sure.
This guy built an internment camp here on the sidewalk, yet he's playing a PlayStation.
It is really
know?
sad when I see it. It doesn't get me angry or anything like that. I feel bad.
It doesn't?
Mm-mm. No, I feel bad.
Why do you feel bad?
I mean,
Like you caused this?
no, I don't feel that way. I feel bad for humans that are living in that environment like that. I don't think when you're born, you say, I aspire to live on the streets of Los Angeles and having it, be in a little tent camp, right? There's a series of events and actions that have happened that have led you here. And I feel bad for those people because I don't think it's their fault. I think these things happen. When I told you I wanted to tell you about my trip with my son
I'm surprised
to downtown LA.
You didn't do a mind experiment with your son on this. That's what I would have done.
I did not.
I would have
think
been
this
like,
is
what do you think we should do with them?
Yeah, I didn't think this was the eddy we were going to get stuck in.
Yeah. Well, you're dealing with you're on the wrong, you're co-hosting with the wrong fella.
I guess so.
Because we're going in all the eddies.
I will say, after we left the bookstore, there's this
bookstore was cool though, right?
Bookstore is very cool. Yeah, highly recommend last
It's
bookstore.
worth the trip. They have a kids section.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, big. I mean, it's a huge
You
bookstore.
felt safe in there?
Yeah. It was
Because
great.
they were tasing all the bums.
There's all sorts of artwork on the second floor, which is cool. There's all these artists have different galleries set up, which is really fun.
I love art.
And then they have all these different rooms inside the last bookstore that are done in, kind of different themes, or they'll have these kind of art installations done with the books. It's really cool. So highly recommend.
Did you buy some stuff?
We did. Yeah. We bought
A book.
Catherine bought a couple books, and we bought a book for our son as well. He picked out a book. And then we took the Angel's Flight. Have you seen that thing? It's this.
Oh yeah, from the movies.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like a little.
So
kind of almost like the cart in Portugal.
There's a word for it's like a vernacular or something. There's some weird word for it. I forget what it's called.
Word.
Yeah, but it's cool. We did that, and then we went to the Broad, the museum there.
Jeez, you really did it.
Yeah, it was fun, and the museum was awesome. It was so much fun. Highly recommend the Broad. Yeah,
I've been a few times, but they're moving exhibitions that come through are always incredible.
Yeah, it was really cool. There was some great stuff.
You know who the Broad is named after? It's the founders of the KB Homes. Remember when those KB Homes were popping up all over?
Mm-hmm.
They pretty much built Bakersfield. That's how they got all that money.
And they funded the Broad?
Yeah, they funded the Broad. It's their museum. I mean, it's their art collection.
Yeah.
They're the Broad family.
I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's. I love that escalator that goes up in there. That kind of
huge escalator.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
And it goes through sort of this tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
This is such a minutia question about your trip, though. But did you stay in one parking spot and just huff it on foot, or did you have to kind of keep moving?
Yes, we stayed in one. We parked at Grand Central Market, and then we walked everywhere. It's all.
I don't know.
Right
I
there.
don't know enough of that area to be like, oh, this is walkable.
Because
I'm always like, I make sure I have my taser and a little axe in the car and my pepper spray.
Yeah.
And I have 911 open on my phone screen unlocked the whole time just in case.
And your notes app, so you can complain about all the things in LA, how much you hate it,
yeah, I
how
have
much
all
better
the city
Michigan
council members for each district in case I drive through there, and I can be like, I saw some trash here.
Listen, I'm not from here, but I want to tell you about how shitty this city is.
I'd come here more if there were more cheesecake factories,
So, we stayed in one parking spot the whole time.
Cool.
Just everything's walkable there. I mean, it's pretty close.
In that little ventricular mining cart type thing.
Yeah.
It's almost like they have one of those in Portugal.
Okay.
In Lisbon, that is a famous rail car that goes up a hill and down, which it sadly ended in tragedy last year. I think 7 people were killed. It went off the rails. Yikes.
Yeah, that's too bad.
That's not good.
No.
But let's not go down that dark road.
Yeah, God forbid we touch on any dark subjects on this episode.
The Angel's Flight thing was cool. Do you really see anything? It's like 50 feet and you're like, okie doke.
It's, 200 feet or something. It's just fun.
Wasn't that in 500 Days of Summer? I feel like it's been in a few movies.
I never saw that.
You haven't?
Mm-mm.
John, I feel like you've built your whole wardrobe and way of being as Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I do like Joseph Gordon-Levitt, but I haven't seen that movie.
I felt like he did to you what Zooey Deschanel did to a whole generation of young women, including your wife.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I guess I need to see this movie.
You need to hang up right now and go.
All right, I'll see you later. All right, we're back.
We're back. We've discussed we're hesitant to timestamp things, but I can safely say we are recording this following the holidays.
Yes.
And I feel like I don't know. You go to a store called Costco, which I don't really go to.
I love Costco.
But I didn't know this because my wife goes like 3 times a year, 4 times a year for paper products there, and she'll buy some stuff in bulk. But I feel like my second home for the last 2 months has been Target.
That's your go-to is Target.
They have us in a fucking chokehold, John. It's like Pottersville. Like everything's owned.
You can't escape
Everything
them.
in this house is Target. I'll go somewhere else, but it's like there's a return. I got to go pick something up. I'll put in a Target order. I'm going to the Target pickup. I need to go get this thing. Can you get this? And it's just Target, Target, Target. And it's not a bad experience. There's something about that place that they make it tolerable. The people are just friendly enough. Oftentimes, I think maybe they don't play music. But the thing I noticed most these last sojourns, and I don't go enough still to even really know my way around.
Oh, I don't know my way around Target at all.
And none of the men do.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I noticed all the moms. First, all the dads are like, or the men, for the most part, they're going around very trepidatious like me.
Sure.
Like, where will I find?
We know we're not supposed
where
to be
are the
there.
Hot Wheels cars? But what if I need socks? Are the shoelaces near the shoes or the socks? If I want Sprite, where is it? Where are the cooking products? It totally lost. Like giving the energy of an elderly person who has early onset dementia and they lost their way on the walk from their home to the park. I give that as well. The women are plowing through there like they're going on fucking D-Day.
Sure.
They're just like eyes ahead, and they'll have children dangling from all limbs of their bodies screaming.
Yeah.
And they do not in the least bit seem overwhelmed or frustrated.
No.
They're just powering through what seems like a good experience for them.
Second nature. They got it.
I don't know how the store got into the bones of women.
Something in the water. I don't know.
That it's just like my wife loves it. She wants to be there at all times. She would rather be at Target than in bed with me. I can tell you that.
Sure.
You
Yeah.
know?
I mean, I don't think you're wrong. I go to Target a few times a year, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, not that frequently.
This is an ad for Target,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah. And when I go, I mean, you are describing me in Target. I don't know where anything is.
Yeah.
I walk in, and every Target seems different to me. I walk in, I'm like, this looks completely different than the other one I've gone to.
The other one I go to, their power colors are green, not red.
Yeah. And I don't know where anything is, which is funny because I've gone to Target recently with my wife, and we go together, and she's like my Sherpa.
Yeah.
You know, we're going up Mount Everest.
Yeah.
And she's my Sherpa taking me.
She's carrying all your stuff,
Yeah.
being the guide.
I don't know where I'm going.
Yeah.
You know, so I just go, hey, we need to get underwear for the kids. And she goes, okay, this way. And she just cutting through. I'm like, I don't think you're supposed to cut through here. You're supposed to go around.
I can't make it through Los Angeles without Google Maps.
Okay.
I cannot make it through a Target without being either on their app or Googling a product because it'll tell you what aisle it's in.
Sure.
But even the basics of the alphabet and numbers escapes me.
Sure.
Because I'm so disoriented. So it'll be like, manila folders, aisle E21. And I'll look around and I'll be like, well, that's A. And B's going down that way. Followed by a sequence of numbers, 1 through 21.
I wonder if it's that way then.
It could be that way, but over there's a C. Maybe I should go that way.
Should I follow the numbers or the letters?
Yeah. And then I see somebody who looks like they work there, and I very desperately, and they fucking know. I see when they see men, and they see a customer, and maybe they're talking, they're already helping somebody, and they see me kind of like, please, miss, please, sir, and they kind of look. They know the guys.
They look away.
And then I'll be like, can you please tell me where the manila folders are? And they'll be like, I'm with another person.
Sure.
Or they'll be like, Leah, and they come over, and I'm like, I'm a desperate man.
Yeah.
Perhaps, but I've been here for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I was just supposed to get facial serum and soap, and now I'm lost. You see,
My wife sent me here.
she sent me here. She said she needed eye drops too, but she has enough to get through.
Yeah.
She just wants that cranberry Sprite before it's gone. You think you can help a fella? You think you can help a fella out?
Absolutely not.
I'm at my wit's end.
I don't even bother asking for help. If I can't find it, I just go, they didn't have it. They were out.
The worst thing, when I feel like the biggest asshole, is when I go to ask somebody and they turn around and they're like, I work for Faygo. And they're just like loading Faygo pop or whatever
This
is.
should be a crime, or there should be something in place here, because that is bullshit. That's happened to me so many times. You're in a Target or some store like that, and you see somebody working, and they're stocking a shelf, and you obviously they work here, and you go up and ask them, and they go, I work for Frito-Lay. I don't know.
They have no business going past the back room. Any place that the groceries get delivered, they get stocked by the people that work there.
Yeah, what are you doing here?
You don't let the Pepsi
You're
guy
a subcontractor?
Oh, you're the milkman? They're letting you here on this floor? You're going to have sex with all the women?
You're working. You're getting paid right now. Tell me where the manila folders
and
are.
they're like, I don't know where it is. I'm like, you know where it was.
They should have to wear like a special outfit or something.
It says, I don't work here.
Yeah. Something.
Well, they don't wear the red stuff, but you could think that they're working.
But sometimes you see somebody that works at Target come from the back and they're not wearing the red stuff. And, you know.
And they go, I'm on break.
Yeah. See, I don't go to Target anymore without a good woman. You got to take one with you.
Not some harlot.
Yeah.
A biblical woman.
No, you need an upright good woman to take with you.
You know, I think the only complaint, and this is to wit what we're talking about, is they gotten a little loosey-goosey with the uniforms.
Mm-hmm.
They need it. They need that. Just everybody's got that right on in the khakis.
Yeah.
Like it's the 90s again.
No.
Because they're kind of wearing willy-nilly, and that's when you're confusing people. It's like how at Trader Joe's, they got to wear the T-shirts.
Or
and
the
if
Hawaiian.
they're the bosses, they're in the Hawaiian. And that's when I used to work at the Trader Joe's. And my little fun thing to do was when you go on break, you'd put whatever hoodie on so you didn't look like you were working there.
Yeah.
And if I was getting my lunch at Trader Joe's on a break, I'd see some old yacht sailing type guy there with a Hawaiian shirt.
Sure.
And I'd pretend that I thought that they worked there. So I'd be like, excuse me, do you know when you're getting lamb chops back? And they'd be like, I don't work here. And I go, I thought the Hawaiian shirt. And they'd be like, I guess I do look like a fucking jackass.
Yeah.
I got that or Margaritaville, right? And
Wow.
I still do it to this day. You see a
such an
Hawaiian shirt
asshole.
at Trader Joe's,
You're such an asshole.
I'm going to fuck with you.
I mean, you should know better than wearing a Hawaiian shirt at Trader Joe's.
Yeah, it's a fool's
I've
errand.
got a few Hawaiian shirts. I would never wear one to Trader Joe's.
Yeah, it's like wearing a crown at Burger King.
Yeah.
You know,
People are going to ask you for a Whopper.
do they still do that?
It's on you.
I don't think they do anymore.
Is Burger King even around anymore?
I don't know. Let's look. We're interested in sponsors. All right.
Yeah. So sometimes, as you know, famously, I don't like cooking dinner. So I'll go out and get takeout sometimes, and I go, oh shit, I'm out of deodorant. I'm going to swing by Target. This is,
big mistake.
The 4 times a year when I go to Target, right? Yeah. Where I didn't buy something on Amazon or Costco or Trader Joe's. And I go, oh shit, it's 9:00. Target's open.
Yep.
I'll swing by Target and I'll go in, and I was just supposed to go out and get dinner, right?
Yeah.
Catherine's waiting for me at home, and I'll go, I'll go to Target. I go in there. It's like a goddamn time warp. It's an hour and a half later when I get out of there, and I have 20 things with me. And I show up at home.
Sundries and tote.
And she goes, where the fuck were you? We're supposed to eat 45 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And I go, I swung by Target to just get... You went to Target? Why did you go to Target? I'm like, I needed deodorant. Did you use the Target card? We have a Target card? Did you put in my phone?
No.
What?
No.
What phone number?
Because if
you
didn't put her
about?
phone number and then you fuck it up with the returns.
I tried to put your phone number and it's my old phone number. It's not my cell now. It's from when I was in law school. I'm like, I don't fucking know.
You need a checklist though. If you also I don't think we should be allowed in Target without our wives.
We definitely shouldn't.
But the least favorite thing is when you have to go with your wife to Target. Is even worse.
The only thing worse than me going to Target by myself, where I get in trouble because I was supposed to bring dinner home and I ended up with a bunch of shit I didn't need and forgot a bunch of stuff that she's like, it's on the whiteboard. Did you get the thing? And I'm like, no, I didn't know. So the only thing worse than that is when I go with her to Target, which is the only way I'm supposed to go to Target.
Yeah.
And I am a second-class citizen with her. It's like she works there and I'm a trainee, right?
I feel like I'm my wife's son when I go, I'm following her around, and if somebody's like, what do you need? I'm like, I talk to her. Or if she's like, I'm going to go over to the children's section to get these clothes for Maggie and these other shoes for Henry. Sure. Can you go into the pharmacy department? And I'm like, no, please don't send me to their beauty. It's too confusing. I don't know if they organize their products by brand or item type. And then I just get lost and I have to find somebody. And then by the time I find somebody, they're like, okay, you got it. And I'm like, oh no, I got to find my wife. And I'm like, I might as well be in the Goonies. like finding my way through the tunnels. You know?
There's never reception also.
Oh, yeah, they don't have any reception.
Yeah, there's no fucking reception. And then I'm sure my wife would be like, well, connect to the Wi-Fi. Go to the Target Wi-Fi. You don't have
Do they have it,
You
though?
don't have the Circle app?
Yeah.
Why don't you have the Circle? Because I go to Target 3 times a year and I fucking hate it.
I don't mind it as much if I'm alone, but yes, I will lose hours there.
Mm-hmm.
I will lose hours and I'll come out with not that much stuff. It's not like you go to Trader Joe's and you're like, I'm going to get a few things and then you end up like fully grocery shopping. There, it took forever. And I don't know if part of it is like it seems to me they don't play music.
Mm-hmm.
So it almost allows you to shop more because your brain's free to associate of like, well, I got shampoo. Shampoo means I also need toothpaste. Toothpaste means I also need new toothbrushes for the kids, which means I also need to think about that trip we're taking. So I need sunscreen, which I should go look at their summer flotation. And then pretty soon you're out hundreds of dollars.
They kind of have everything. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Right? It's a grocery store. It's a clothing store. It's a toy store. It's a pharmacy. It's kind of everything, which I hate.
Yeah.
Because it's the Swiss Army knives of stores, right?
Yeah.
But when it does that, I'm also like a Swiss Army knife. It does everything, but it's not great at anything. It's like kind of a shitty pharmacy. It's kind of a shitty grocery store. It's kind of a shitty clothing store.
There's no right way to go to Target for me because I think if my wife finds out that I went to Target without her, I did something wrong.
Definitely.
Like I got the wrong thing, I got too much of the thing, or I forgot the thing, or she was already going to get the thing, or she went and she didn't tell me, and the products are gone.
Yeah.
Or we didn't need that. That was the wrong size. I should have just left it to her.
Yeah. If I go, it's always I forgot to get the things we were supposed to get.
Yeah.
It was on a whiteboard somewhere that I should have known about, and also the things I got we definitely didn't need.
I feel similar. Like, I feel like Target, I feel this way about hot yoga too. When they're like, yeah, guys can do it. I'm like, they shouldn't be allowed to. Unless if you're a gay guy, it's different because you're not threatening. But to be a heterosexual man in a hot yoga class with a bunch of women sweating and grunting, it's disgusting. To me, it's tantamount to sexual assault. Or indecent exposure. And I feel like Target should just be like, husbands, you're not allowed in here.
Yeah. The hot yoga thing, I do like hot yoga. I haven't done it in a number of years now. I did enjoy it. I don't disagree with you, though. Same as Target. I said, I feel like we're talking shit about Target here. Target's fine. I just feel I am not supposed to be in there. We don't
have the skills.
We don't.
It's not about women should be in the kitchen or anything like that. We do not have the skills as men to navigate that
Target successfully.
The hallowed ground of Target.
Yeah. I think Target was designed by women for women.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yeah. It's like growing up, we were the only whites at Long John Silver in my town.
Sure.
And it's just like, it's not for us.
It wasn't for you.
It wasn't for us.
It's not that it's bad or that it's good.
It's just not for us.
It's not for you. See, I think Costco was designed by men.
By white men in third string suburbs.
And they go, it's a warehouse. Why do we need to doll it up? What do you mean decorations?
It's like Jenna's dad.
It's big steel racks.
It's like, what are those pants? They're pants.
Yeah.
You put them on. Who cares?
There's a lifetime warranty on them. What do you care?
It's a grill. It works.
Yeah. Everything is
You want fish? It's fucking fish. Shut up.
Large quantities for a good price.
Yeah.
You know where everything is. It's real easy to find everything.
Your wife can't be like, well, is this one? It's what they had and there was a lot of it and it was $5.
Yeah, it was cheap. Find me a better deal.
Yeah, that's it. The hot dog's $1.50.
Yeah.
Lay off.
But I think we can all come together on Trader Joe's.
I think we can.
Everybody loves Trader Joe's, right?
And everybody should be allowed in there.
It's for everyone.
Yeah, it's for everybody.
It's the melting pot of
It's the melting
stores.
pot, and everybody finds something there that they go, this is pretty neat.
Yeah.
This is pretty yummy.
When I go to Trader Joe's, I feel fine. I'm not confused. I like it.
I never thought about
She
this.
likes it.
Thai chilies on a cashew?
Yeah.
It's pretty neat.
That's the sponsor we need. Too bad Trader Joe's doesn't sponsor anybody for anything.
They do radio only, though, but they don't do sponsors.
Well,
Yeah.
podcasts. This is radio adjacent.
We could see. We love being adjacent.
Any other final thoughts on Target?
I mean, I have so many.
Sure.
I have so many. I mean, I think the greatest thing to come out of the pandemic was the Target pickup. I think it changed civilization.
I've never used the Target pickup.
I almost feel defensive telling you about it. You know how people say, like, don't tell people about how great Long Beach is, or they'll move here?
Yeah.
That's how I feel about Target pickup.
Oh, okay.
You put in the order, in a few hours you go there and you pull up. But during the horror that was the pandemic, it was one of the bright spots because I felt like they figured out what to do before anybody else did. They were like, we're still going to run this store. You pull up your car. We bring it out to you in a couple hours.
Sure.
And now you can do that. Jenna does what you did. Your horrible mistake you made.
What did I
with
do?
getting deodorant and thinking that you could get out of there alive.
Yeah, that
what
was
you
a
should have
mistake.
did is what my wife does.
Yep.
So cleverly, so easily. She makes a Target pickup order, and she added me to the circle on the app, and she goes, "Can you just swing by and do a Target pickup?" Which, God, I had a fucking panic attack the first time I had to do it. I was like sitting there like I'm buying fucking drugs.
Yeah, someone will come
the
to the window.
kids are with me. I'm like, Deborah, what's the space number? I think they're coming. Do I mark it in the back, put open trunk or whatever? But now I'm just like, Target pickup there, and it eases the stress on our marriage because she's like, you just pick up the things I put in that basket, and it's very easeful. You say, I'm on my way. They pack it up. You pull in. I'm at space number 9.
Sure.
Order for Jenna. Beep, beep. Scan your phone. There it is.
Like many of the features of Target, when I go, there's so many things going on, and I go, this isn't for me. I'm not supposed to use this part of it. This is for somebody else. This is for a professional. I am not meant to use this Target pickup.
Yeah.
I don't know what this section is. I don't know what that section is. These are for pros. I'm an amateur. I'm coming here. Just I'll pay full freight. Just tell me where's the deodorant? Where's the milk? I'll get it. I'll leave.
You know, as feminine as I am not equipped for Target. However, I also have the same hyper-masculine fear of hyper-masculinity of sporting events that is the same for Costco. That's what this conversation brought to me. It was like, I don't feel comfortable watching football. I don't feel comfortable at a game. I don't feel comfortable in crowds of heterosexual men. I'm not comfortable at barbecues, nor am I comfortable with the idea of walking around a Costco. Yeah. I just feel like I'm not man enough.
You're a man between worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm only comfortable on this stage. Target, we're interested.
Definitely. Is this sponsored content that we're doing right now?
If it's not, it needs to be soon.
The next episode is going to be about Walmart. We'll dig in there.
We'll start with the Walton family.
Yeah. Let's get into it. All right, Brandon, we are back with recommendations.
Oh, yeah.
You want to go first or you want to go second?
I'll go first.
Okay.
We're not time stamping too much, and hopefully this movie will still be in theaters, but the wife and I went on a date, and we saw this movie I'd been wanting to see called Marty Supreme.
I know nothing about it.
It's on a few top 10 lists. It's about the sport of ping pong.
I did not know this. Okay.
And little thing about me, my dad was a big ping pong player.
Yeah, he
and was in tournaments
that
and
makes
stuff
sense.
like that.
That adds up.
So he taught me how to play ping pong, and growing up, he would occasionally be in these like ping pong tournaments and groups and stuff like that. And it was one of my fondest memories of like learning how to play ping pong with my dad at the YMCA. But this movie stars, as Adam Sandler calls him, Timothy Chalamet. And it's one of the Safdie brothers who did Good Time and Uncut Gems.
I loved Uncut Gems. Good Time was just okay.
I did not like that movie at all.
Yeah, it was more of an experience.
Yeah.
But Uncut Gems I thought was great.
Well, the thing that you'll notice in this movie, so I'll give you the quick plot, which is it's a period film set in the 1950s.
Okay.
It's based on a true story of this guy, Marty Mauser, who kind of made ping pong famous. He was kind of the first ping pong star, but it's also and it's him trying to like win this championship, and everything of course goes sideways because it's one of the Safdie brothers. The acting is incredible. The set design is some of the greatest I've ever seen. I was like, did they really film this in, tenement buildings, all these things? But then I saw the guy who did the set design is the same guy who did the set design for Killers of the Flower Moon, I think it is.
Yes. That was
Leonardo
a very pretty movie.
Yeah, I mean the textures of everything.
That movie was a bit, if I'm being honest, it was a bit like homework.
It was, and
But-
I didn't think it was that great.
It was beautiful, though.
It was beautiful. They changed the whole plot of that movie got rewritten for the time that it was made by Scorsese. It was originally going to have DiCaprio as kind of the government guy, the investigator.
Oh, okay.
And then at the last minute, they're like, let's have him be the villain
Yeah.
make it more from the woman's perspective, which is a product of when it kind of came out in 2020, you know?
Mm-hmm.
However, this movie is a motherfucking roller coaster.
Okay.
And I went with my wife, who did not have as good of a time as I did, but that's because I laugh at a lot of dark humor. But if you see, I mean, it's almost like a comedy of just like things go from bad to worse. If you've seen Uncut Gems and you've seen Good Time, you will recognize pretty much the same dramatic structure of like a desperate person who is pathological, desperately trying to get to some goal and getting deeper and deeper into the underworld and in trouble. And every time he gets close to his goal, you're like, oh, thankfully this happened. Some insane fucking shit happens.
Okay.
But it's got one of the biggest casts of who is that person? Oh my God, I haven't seen that person in forever. They look like this. They're playing this crazy person that I've ever seen. It's got Penn Jillette from Penn and Teller plays like a hillbilly farm guy. It's got Sandra Bernhardt. Fran Drescher plays the mom, the Jewish 1940s mom. It's got, I mean, the list goes on of dozens.
That sounds fun.
So many people. Tyler, the creator, the rapper, he plays second fiddle to Timothy Chalamet as this cab driver. There's even like Naomi Fry, the New Yorker writer, plays like the stage assistant to Gwyneth Paltrow. It goes so over the top, but it's so beautifully done. It's so funny. The acting is incredible. I had one of the best times I've ever had, and I can't recommend the movie enough.
Okay. That's great.
If you like that kind of shit, it is weird. There's weird stuff in it. There's been plenty of people I talked to who were like, I saw it. It's kind of weird. And I'm like, well, sure. It's a Safdie brothers movie. It's their way of telling this historical series of events that they turned into like a dark Dante's Inferno, Homer's Odyssey in like underground New York pool halls, you know?
Yeah, I mean, Uncut Gems, I'm just remembering.
Oh, Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank.
Oh, nice.
He is so good at it.
Okay.
It blows you away, and he's kind of the villain-esque type character.
Is it the same as in their other movies where it feels very visceral? You know, you feel the sweat coming off the screen. You know what I mean?
Even more so.
Okay. It almost reminds me of similar to, I mean, totally different movie, but almost Requiem for a Dream a little bit, where you're feeling this like that it's like you feel anxiety when you're watching the characters.
It's a high anxiety movie.
Yeah.
Requiem for a Dream, I think, is really overrated, and that's more like about the way he filmed it up, close shots, and like I don't think that movie holds up. This is the most pedestrian movie they've ever done.
Okay.
Like my mom could watch it, right?
It's accessible.
It's accessible, but there's tons of like, well, that was fucking weird. Oh my God, that just happened? Yuck. Or whatever.
Yeah.
But it works as a story for a regular person. And it's got tons of surprises. The ending's not for everybody. I thought it was a perfect ending. A great movie experience to see in the theater. Loved it.
Okay. I'll check it out. Love it.
For you?
For me, I'm going to recommend an audiobook this week. Or the regular book, I suppose, as well. But I think the audiobook's very good.
The graphic novel.
Consume it however you like. It is Project Hail Mary.
Oh, no.
Have you read
Is
this?
Bible?
No.
Oh.
Come on.
No.
That'd be if you were recommending it.
That's true.
Yeah. No. So there is a movie coming out for this, and that's why I'm recommending it, with Ryan Gosling is going to be starring in this.
Oh.
And so I read this book quite some time ago, a few years ago. It's the same writer who wrote The Martian, Andy Weir. And I had read The Martian before that came out, and then saw the movie. And
that was like a self-published book, right?
I actually don't know.
I think he did. He was one of those guys who like wrote it in installments online for free, and it got this huge following.
But I mean, that's possible. I haven't done a bunch of backstory on that. But I mean, it was definitely released under a publishing company as like a huge book, right?
Yeah.
And so I loved The Martian. I thought it was great. The movie was also good, but I thought the book was fantastic. And then Project Hail Mary, I had read also, and I'm re-listening to it now because the movie's coming out. I think I forget. I don't know the release date, but anyway, it's not out yet.
Yeah, I saw a trailer for it. Now that I think about it.
And so when I saw that trailer, I thought, oh, I'm gonna reread the book, and it is hard sci-fi. So
what's that mean?
It's not like sci-fi light or something, right?
That's what The Martian was, right?
Yeah, just full on sci-fi.
But The Martian was like super rooted in like actual science, right?
Exactly, and that's what I mean by it. It's like this is like science fiction.
Yeah.
There's a lot of science in it, right?
Yeah.
And so, it's literally a genre like hard sci-fi, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, so if you're not into sci-fi, not going to be your thing, right?
We're talking about Hail Mary.
Yes, and The Martian, honestly,
Yeah.
both. But if you like The Martian, this is very similar vein, very similar style. But even though it's very, sciencey, it goes down so smooth. If you're into that kind of thing, it's like very consumable. It's very fun. I think it's great. I love Andy Weir. I think it is like, in my mind, it's very accessible.
Now the plot, it seems, reminded me a little of that movie Rocket Man from back in the day.
I don't remember Rocket Man.
It was like a sci-fi. It was like a space comedy. I can't remember the actor, and it was like the biggest idiot in the world. They're like, "You're going to space," and he's like, "Ah!"
Yeah. So I don't like to give away too much.
It involves space, not the Catholic Church, right?
Yes, it involves space. So essentially, there's some sort of. I'm trying to think. What do I want to give away? What do I not want to give away?
Just give the ending.
Let's give the ending. The protagonist has to go into space. He is a scientist, but he has to go into space, and he does not want to.
Does he have to save the world?
He does have to save the world.
I always thought so from the title.
Yeah. I mean, Hail Mary, right? I feel like it kind of gives away a little bit. I don't think I want to give away too much more than that, quite honestly, but it is fun. And he does have to save the world, and he is a scientist, and so it's pretty dorky. But it's a very fun read that goes down smooth. And since the movie's coming out, I thought it'd be a good recommendation if people are interested to listen or read it before the movie comes out.
I brought a copy. We're going to read it out loud right now.
Let's do it. We're going to do our own version of it.
All right, Project Hail Mary and the very sexy Ryan Gosling.
Mm-hmm.
We love him.
We do. Yeah.
All right. Well, what a great week. I'm glad we got so much out of the way. I hope your mother-in-law doesn't throw food at me next time I see her.
Yeah, I'm actually really interested to see what happens the next time.
I'm
you guys
interested to
each
see
other.
what happens with if anybody comes forward about Pete Hegseth being a homosexual, being the biggest closet case in the history of mankind.
I mean, so I guess we got to wrap this up.
Imagine changing the name of something to the Department of War. That you're hiding that much of your sexuality.
I don't think I've even internalized that that's happened yet. It seems so insane to me that they changed it from the Department of Defense to the Department of War.
I don't want to make this a whole political episode, but it would be like changing the high school guidance counselor office or that department to the Department of Knuckle Sandwiches.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
You know what I mean?
It's so juvenile. The Department of War.
The Department of Big Wieners.
It's 12-year-olds are running the government.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would like to see him find his way around a target. You know what I mean? We should help him and be the blind leading the blind.
Yeah. I mean, so let's wrap this up here. Don't go to Target unless you have the list and you're with your significant other.
Yep.
Right? Unless you're a woman, you can go if you feel like it, right?
Yep.
You'll be fine.
If you're an adult woman.
Yeah, you're fine. Do go to downtown LA.
Do not eat dirt.
Don't eat dirt. Even if there's worms in it. It's not nutritious. Go to a museum.
Go to a museum.
Museums
Go
are
to
great.
support your local bookstore.
Yeah, absolutely. If you still have one where you live, right?
Yeah.
Anything else?
Oh, man, I feel like there's something
Go to the movies?
forgetting. Go to the movies, support your local theater, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
They need it now more than ever. They're getting strangled.
Yeah.
It's a real bloodbath out there. Stay safe, everybody. Don't eat tamales. Bye-bye. Listen, They're Fine is produced and edited by Wyatt Gray. Original music by John Ahern. John's Instagram is @JohnAhernMusic. And you can find my inappropriate parenting on Instagram @Bubba Ogborn. You can also find our recommendations linked in the show notes. If you have feedback or topic suggestions, our show email is listentheirfine@gmail.com.
And our TikTok and Instagram handles are @ListenThey'reFine. If you made it this far without calling Child Protective Services on us, please leave us a 5-star review. It helps other questionable parents find us. Share the chaos, tell a friend, tell your therapist, tell anyone who needs to feel better about their own parenting choices. Hit subscribe so you never miss an episode.